Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and the Houston Rockets are continuing to prove everyone wrong. Last night, the Houston Rockets won their sixth straight game against the Denver Nuggets, the reigning NBA champions, 107-104 to win their sixth straight game. They end a 7-game homestand, going 6-1 with a 6-game winning streak, and now they have most of the whole week off. They have today, Monday off, tomorrow, Tuesday off, Wednesday and Thursday off, and then they'll be back at it on Friday, back on the road for the first time in 3 weeks in the NBA in-season tournament against the Clippers, who have lost their first 4 games with James Harden and are now on a 5-game losing streak. So I'm feeling confident going into Friday for the Rockets, but the Clippers have one more game until then, so maybe they get it going. Who knows? We can only hope for that game going on, that is going on Friday. But right now, the Rockets are continuing to prove everyone wrong, and people are still hating on them because, this team was missing that, player. People are making so many excuses for these wins for the Rockets, and it's crazy. Like, look at you can look at, the Lakers, when the Rockets beat them by 35, they didn't have Anthony Davis. But what does that matter when you're losing by 35 points? Or the Sacramento Kings didn't have De'Aaron Fox when, the Rockets beat them 2 times. You lost by 25 one game and we're down by 40. What is De'Aaron Fox going to do in that matter? It's not like you lost in a competitive game, and then in the other game you beat him by 20 as well. So, when you're blowing out teams, even if they're injured, I don't really care. I mean, if you're blowing them out like that, and even with the Rockets beating the Nuggets last night without Jamal Murray, the Rockets still, as of right now, the Nuggets without Jamal Murray are still a better team. I know people have been saying, the Rockets were a team that was in last place last year, and the Nuggets are, are now like one of the best teams in the NBA, and they just won the NBA championship. So that's why it's an impressive win for the Rockets, because that's not true, because, that is a little bit true, but just the fact that the Rockets they don't play like a last place team anymore, because they've added in a lot of, new pieces to this team. Young guys have gotten older. Ime Udoka has been a big part adding him into this team as the head coach. Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks have been really effective for this team as well. So, right now, I would say that even though the Nuggets didn't have Jamal Murray last night, the Nuggets are still better than the Rockets, even though the Rockets have won 6 straight games, and that's still a very impressive win for the Houston Rockets. And Alperen Sengun, who they call Baby Jokic, is playing absolutely outstanding basketball right now, averaging over 19 points per game, with a total of 8.2 rebounds per game and 6 assists per game for the Rockets. And he's been pretty good on the defensive end as well, averaging a half a block per game and 1 steal per game. And then also Jalen Green's averaging 19 points per game. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game and 3 assists per game, while Fred VanVleet is averaging 17.2 points per game, 8 assists per game, which is the top 5 in the NBA with players, and 3 rebounds per game. Dillon Brooks has been great 3-point shooting-wise and defensively, averaging 14 points per game with over 4 rebounds per game. Has averaged 1.1 steals per game. Jabari Smith Jr. is averaging 12 and 7 for the Rockets. Jeff Green was incredible last night for the Houston Rockets in their win with 15 points over his former team. He's averaging 7 points on the season with 3 rebounds per game and shooting great from the outside. Jae'Sean Tate has been arguably the Rockets' best defender right now. He got them the game-winning steal last night. He's averaging 1.6 steals per game right now and a half a block per game as well. Has been doing really good offensively too, shooting the ball lights out from 3 for the Rockets. He's averaging 7 points per game with 4 rebounds per game, 7 and 4 with over 1 assist per game and nearly 2 steals per game and a half a block per game. So this Rockets team right now is a team, and keep in mind they're also playing without Amin Thompson, who is their backup point guard and is their 4th overall pick and has a lot of talent. Right now, they're doing this without him. I'm not saying that's not near enough as what the Nuggets without Jamal Murray, or the Kings without De'Aaron Fox, or some of the other or the Lakers without Anthony Davis. But this team right now is doing that without him and Cam Whitmore, who's not in the rotation yet because he's young, which I don't mind. and they're playing great basketball. I think right now they're proving everyone wrong, but people still won't accept that this team is not terrible. I'm not, I've seen some people, saying, "Oh, the Rockets are contenders. They're championship contenders. They're gonna," and those are probably people that are just excited for the Rockets to win. But I think there's been some serious people who are saying the Rockets are contenders. And as a Rockets fan, I'll tell you, we are not contenders. But I believe we are contenders to be a top 6 team in the Western Conference or top 7 team in the Western Conference. I believe we are contenders to make it to the playoffs. And if you look at what this franchise has been through in the last 3 years, that says a lot. And if the Rockets can do that, that's a great accomplishment. That's this team's goal. Their goal is not to, win a championship. Their goal is not to be top 4 or top 5 in the Western Conference. Their goal is playoffs. That's what we heard to start off on media day. Playoffs, playoffs, playoffs. That's a word we heard a lot. That was their goal. And if they can keep playing basketball like this, and I know right now it's early on because it's only 9 games into the season, you still have another, 70 something games to go. You still have another 73 games to go. So it's still really early on to the season, but if they can play basketball like this consistently every night, which they're good defensively, they're good offensively, they play great team basketball, they move the basketball around, they're really good at playing team basketball and really good at defense, and they play aggressive defense every night, and they can continue to do that, the Houston Rockets should make the playoffs this year. And I know it's early. It's not even 10 games into the season for the Rockets right now, but I'm feeling confident as a Rockets fan. Use your thoughts, and peace out. Go Rockets.